Hi there, this video is about creating a link between your two steering arms here we built earlier. So depending on what sort of design you have, it's going to dictate what sort of link you have between the two, but I'm going to make one as simple as I can. Keep it simple is probably the most important thing you can remember throughout this project, because you can get really, really complicated and a lot of effort and time for not really increasing your mark a lot. You need to show some complexity, but not a huge amount. So I'm just going to create a simple bar that runs between these two holes and two pins that drop down to the holes. So first thing we need to do is right click at the top there, create a new component. New component opens up, double click on there, rename it steering link. Steering link. Just make sure. Okay, so I'm going to start by just creating a new sketch on top of here. It's going to be a circle right on top of that arms. And these are just going to be the two pins. So that hole's 12. The hole we bought earlier is 12. I'm going to make this 11, so it's slides in there. And do exactly the same thing on this side. Right click, go repeat center circle. And 11. Just rotate it around a bit so you can see it better. Click the modify. Select that circle we've just drawn. Make sure it's the inside one, not the outside. Otherwise it'll lock up your whole project. And so one side, we don't want a new body. Yes, we do, sorry. But we want it double-sided because we want to go down and drag it up. So we're going to drag it down through that hole, say 10 mil, and drag it up 5. Will do. That should be good. Okay, and that would have done it on both sides. We selected both. Yep, good, perfect. What we're now going to do is just create a bar that runs across. I'm going to do this in 2 operations. So it's going to be a sketch rectangle with a center point right on top of that pin. Select that top of that pin. And I'm going to make that 12 by 12 square. My mouse is mucking around a bit again. Stop sketch. Evolve that around so I can see it a bit better. Modify. Click the outside square and the inside pin circles, and one-sided. We want to make this a join. We want all to be one part when we're finished with it. And drag it down. We want it 3 mil. Will be perfect. Okay, so what we're going to end up with a little square that's joined to that pin. What we're going to now do is just hit the modify button, pick up this little face here, and we're going to just extend that right across to our other pin. It's a bit of mucking around here to make sure everything lines up. If it doesn't line up, you've done something wrong somewhere. But it should just line up perfectly on that pin, which it is. So I just want to drag that across so it's just over the top of it, like so. Okay. Okay, so if that's all one part, which it should be, you should now just be able to lift that, zoom out of there a bit. Just redo that. It's done it too far. I just selected the wrong thing and moved it. So I just want to make sure this is selected. Just make sure you can drag it out. Okay, so the whole thing is one component, which is the name steering link, which is down here, just still activated. Okay, so now what we need to do is make a joint between this and here. So I'm going to go back, activate the whole project again, go assemble, joint. Just want to capture that position, just want to leave it where it is to make sure we do move it in position. Most important thing to make to do here is make sure that joint's a cylindrical joint, so it will revolve in the hole. Probably the easiest way to do that is pick up the whole shaft here, come in under here, and pick up that whole shaft, that whole bore that hole. Okay, it's just cutting through a bit, so we just wanted to lift it up. Probably not 5 mil, maybe not. No, that should be right. We'll leave it there for now. It'll change when we do the other side anyway. Okay, so we need to do the exact same thing on this side. Repeat joint. That cylinder there. I just need to get underneath to pick up that bore. It doesn't seem to want to do it when I'm on top for some reason. There we go. Let's wait while it does its thing. So I'm going to lift this up. Okay, now what we need to do is create a link between that arm and our wheels and steering. So we need to go assemble, and we're in a motion link. So we need to come over this box here, fourth or fifth down. There's a little file called joints. Inside that is all the joints we've made so far. We want to drop right down to the bottom to the last cylindrical joints, these two. So motion link, so we need to select 15 and 16. Okay, that should be right, and then click OK. And hopefully we should be able to grab our arm and move the wheels like so, which is working perfectly. Okay, you can see just by moving that arm I've just created, it's now moving our whole steering system. Perfect. Okay, now I'm just going to quickly create a steering arm and then connect our steering arm to that shaft and have the whole thing working as one unit. So to do this I need an angled bar coming up right in the middle of my frame. I've still got this middle plane sticking here, so I can probably draw it straight onto that. What I'm going to do is the same way you build a frame, I'm just going to sketch a line and turn it into a bit of pipe. So go new component again, steering wheel. I'll just call it steering wheel for now, because I'll be putting the steering wheel right on the arm of it. What's happened there? Steering wheel, enter. Okay, so that's all activated. So I just want to need my line tool. I just want to go continue so it straightens all up again on this middle plane here. So we can see through here our steering arm, I want my rail to come above that arm and just be slightly forward of this frame, or maybe even straight in line with it will do. Slightly forward. And I'm just going to have a rough guess at this for now. I reckon it's going to be somewhere about there. Click escape to stop drawing, stop sketch. And now we're going to go to create pipe, click on that thing, it's miles too big. New body, circular, and probably want it about say 12 or 15 mil will do. That's way better. Okay, so what we can now do is now draw our steering wheel straight on the end of this bit of pipe. Probably want a circle to start with. I'm just going to do a real basic steering wheel. You guys can do as detailed one as you like when you get to this point. 150 mil should be good. I'm going to click O for offset and make it that thickness. I'm just going to draw a small rail to join it all up. So on a rectangle, center point rectangle. Perfect. Stop sketch, modify. I'm just going to select all these points to extrude out. 12, enter. Modify, fillet. No, it's not letting me do that for some reason. Come over as non-manifold. Okay, that's going to be me. For now, as I said, you can make your steering wheels as complicated as you wish. You can see it's very simple. What I now need to do is just join my shaft to my frame. Now I want to, but this is a completely separate part. So what I'm going to do is add a new bit to my frame. So what I need to then go right back through and reactivate my frame 1. Click on that to reactivate it. You see that gets highlighted and everything else gets transparent. So what I want to do is create a bush on the end of my shaft. A sketch, circle, center diameter, right on the end of the steering shaft. Okay, so it was 12, oh, it's 15. So if I make it's 16, enter. Repeat circle diameter and make this say 25. What happened there? 25. Stop sketch. So I'm going to go modify again. Select this, just want this outside, and I want to drag it up. I don't want to go that far. It should be heaps. Enter. Okay, so now I've got a bushing. This is all, which is now connected to my frame because I'm working on my frame at the moment. So what I want to do is just join it up to my frame. So I want to sketch on the center plane again. Just my mouse would work a bit better. So I'm still on the frame, so I'm going to create a new sketch. Let's see if I can just pick up the center plane in here, which is exactly what I want. And I just want to join. Okay, because I can't, it's getting more difficult to see anything. I can come back to my frame here. If I right click on it, I can drop down to isolate. What that means, it'll delete everything else and just pick up what's in my frame. So this is my square tube in here. I want to just join this up onto that square bit of tube. So I want to sketch a line. I can make this go straight up, or I can come out on an angle a bit if I wish to. I'm just going to poke it into my bit of tube there. I'm just going to go escape, repeat line. Okay, I want it to come out to here as well. And it's just dropping the line off for some reason. I have to do each one individually. Maybe come straight up to here, just into my tube a little bit. That's joined on there, and join all this up. Okay, you'll know it's joined when it changes the internal color. Perfect. Okay, so now modify again, click on there. I want it symmetrical because I want to come out both sides, and say I don't want it 10 mil thick would be good. I can make it 3, so it's my 6 mil thick, and it's supposed to be joined. Make sure it's not a new body, make sure it's a join. Okay, so you'll end up with this nice little joined. I didn't make it symmetrical. Control Z, modify, symmetric, join. Okay, I think we're good to go now. And 3, make that 3, enter. Okay, perfect. Okay, now we've got a support for our steering, which is actually perfectly what we need. So we come back, right click on frame again. We want to go unisolate, so it brings everything back. So we want to create a join between our steering and that shaft. So symbol, I'm going to go back up, reactivate the whole thing. Symbol, joint. So we're just going to pick the center of the shaft and the center of this. Cylindrical. It's flipped everything, so we just need to click flip. Let's make sure it's looking okay there. Yep, looks good. Okay, so now we'll have a cylindrical join. So when we rotate this, our whole steering wheel, if we zoom out a bit, double click on this flag, that button, our whole steering wheel turns. So now what we can now do, so that's that. This is our join down here for the steering wheel. We can now create a motion link, symbol, a motion link between I'm just going to Control Z that. Control Z. Control Z. Okay, symbol, motion link. What I'll do is make a title of one of these. If I can edit feature. What's okay, motion link joints. Move to that should be activating the whole lot. Let's go that. Edit feature. No, it's sliding. I'm just going to take that join right back out again. assemble joint. It's going to turn to revolve. Assemble, motion link, revolve with cylinder. There we go. So when I now turn that steering wheel, whoops, escape, it's gone too far. Okay, my wheels then activates my front wheels perfectly. It's turning in the right direction. Okay, that is it about joints and links for now. Our next stage is going to be building the body around our frame. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I hope this is helping.